Brother Isaac, Jamabo Bibia, to come and give us a motivational word. For a few minutes. Please, can you clap for the couple? Maybe you like the class? It's looking wonderful. It's looking powerful.
Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. You guys are wonderful. Look good. Amen. So, I'll say exactly what I said yesterday because not exactly, because that's kind of what we need right now. Yesterday I told us that now it's time for us to do am I right? Because over the years we spent a lot of time to do a lot of other things. We spent a lot of time to do everything. We spent a lot of time to do Nemasa. It's now time for us to do us. And in order to do that, I said yesterday, the third thing I said was that you've got to spend time by yourself and think. You've got to spend time by yourself and discover yourself. Because, you know, the only reason why a lot of us are confused right now, you know, of what next is because we're too busy, we're too noisy. So your heart can't see because your heart is thinking too much. You didn't get that one? See, some of us, our heart cannot see because our eyes are looking too much. In order for you to get, in order for you to hear from your inside, you need to get rid of the distractions from your outside. So I want to urge us to, before we start making decisions, I want us to take our time, you know, go to the beach, go to somewhere, lock yourself up, and ask yourself certain questions that only you know the answer. And in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, definitely, some of us are going to see ourselves again. Maybe in Nigeria, maybe in the US, maybe here in Romania. But truth of the matter is, somebody will be hiding. Did you get that word? Somebody will be hiding. But there is no name attached to the person that will be hiding. Why would he be hiding? Because maybe he didn't do what he or she was supposed to do. But the good part of it is there is no name attached to that name. There is no religion attached to it. There is no tribe attached to it. We only can make that decision. And we're going to make that decision right now to be different. And in order to be one of the persons that want to make a change and want to make a difference, there are certain things we need to do. I'll say those things quickly and I'll run out of space. One of those things is we need to engage in discipline and consistent action. Trust me, the last 3 years will play, including myself. Now it's time to walk. Because the last 3 years will be very, very relaxed. Amen? Will be very, very comfortable. Because every now and then we are always expected to be very, very comfortable. In order for you to be in the other side of life, you need to come out of your comfort zone. And now is the time to do that, to come out of your comfort zone. Trust me, it's not going to be very rosy, it's not going to be very easy, because life itself is not easy. And if you take life too easy, you end up as what? If you take life too easy, you end up as what? If you take life too casual, you end up as what? A casualty. So it's time to fight. It's time to fight. This is the time more than ever when we need to fight. That was why I said yesterday that this is not the time when you want to follow anybody. I noticed that a lot of us, we live our life in dogma. Dogma is living by the beliefs of other people. We don't think anymore, we just stay. And you ask your roommate, oh, but what do you want to do? He said, I want to go here. I said, oh, let's go there. We don't think anymore. We just stay and ask our boyfriend, honey, how you be like after program? I say, I'm a constanta. I say, I'm following you to stay in constanta. And so the boys will ask again, babe, how is it going to look like? Are we going to break up? Say, no, I don't want us to break up. I'll stay in constanta. Then you follow. And at the end of the day, it's not a problem doing that. I mean, relationship is wonderful. I mean, it's wonderful. But I think before you want to stay, ask the person, okay, are we getting married after? Because, you know, we should not waste time. Do you agree to that? Ask. So let there be a plan. After we stay and do masters, you know, I don't want to call him. I saw somebody on the street the other day, and he was asking me, it's wee-wee, right? So we can say things, right? Yeah, we want to be realistic. We don't want to give good and you shout and go. And after 1 year now, we'll be doing the same thing, you know. So I saw somebody and he was asking me for money. I didn't give, but this is somebody that had something much bigger than you had. So the chances are, if in 9 months, a lot of such person will come back to, why do you think you might not go there? Is it because you prayed? Did you get that? You know, one of the best ways to learn is not to wait until you experience certain things, to learn by other people's mistakes. Am I right? I think we'll have a lot of mistakes to learn from already. I think we have a lot of mistakes to learn from already. So before you want to do anything, like I said yesterday, never you do or take any hasty decision right now because of anybody. At least if you fail, you know that, yeah, I failed. I tried and I failed. I failed because I tried is 10 times more demand than somebody saying, what if? Because why? What if never went to the arena? I said it's time to fight. Now is the time to grind. The last 3 years we've relaxed. The last 3 years we've flexed. And in case you have a very rich friend that comes from a very rich home, in fact, those are the wrongest set of people to follow. Because when both of you hang, their parents will not be sending them money. But if you come from places where we come from, where nobody will send us again. I think it's time you receive, we have to receive sense. Are we together? Are we together? You know this thing that they said, know yourself. Know what? Yourself. In making your decisions, know yourself. It's good to know yourself. I'm not saying you should remain where you come from. Don't let your background put your back at the ground. But your background should guide some of your decisions. Because you don't want to do certain things with certain people. They will leave you. That is why you want to do you. And in order to do that, you must, I said what? Engage in discipline and consistent action. You must have passion for what you want to do. Life does not have a formula. What works for A does not work for B. 10 friends do not play together for what? 10 years. So be flexible. Do not be scared to dream big. Do not be scared to think outside the box. Do not be scared to do what? Think outside the box. Go the extra mile. In the next 3 years, in the next 4 years, you want to. There's something I wrote in my book. I said there are 3 stages of life. There are 3 stages of life. We have the learning stage, we have the earning stage. Now, in the learning stage, I believe it's supposed to be between ages 1 to 25. Then we have the learning stage, the earning stage. We have the things you've learned. It's supposed to give you earning. Then we have the earning stage, that's like old age, where you can no longer walk. Then the things you've learned and the things you've earned is supposed to sustain you. Tragedy of life is when you misplace those stages. Are we together? Tragedy of life is when you mistake your learning stage to earn. Now when it's time to earn, sometimes you realize that there is actually nothing to earn because you've not become anything. It's not about the money, it's about what you become. Spend your time becoming. Spend your time, invest your time in yourself to become. Don't just go to US. Don't just go to Germany. Don't go with something. Go with a value. Let me give you this quick story. The last 2 months ago, I was in US and the reception was unusual. In fact, I've never felt that received, honored, and they gave us. She was a character to that. They gave us cars, to be driving. They were trying to lobby us, So they gave us cars, jeeps, and small cars, and Ford Expedition and all. They were forcing us out, those trucks, they must drive. So they were trying to lobby us. When we left, when we got home, I told you, I say, it is what you have that people want to pay for. If you want to go to US and watch plays, you will notice that even the US is nothing. Even the US is nothing because you will be 40 and all you have is, your friends have left you, they've gone. Going anywhere is nice. I mean, staying in Romania, even if you want to stay in Romania, that's why I said life does not have formula. Do you? In case you want to stay in Romania too, it's still perfect, it's still wonderful, but hope the case will not be that every youth in Nigeria is self-employed. You see them on Facebook, works are self-employed, works are self-employed. It's hard these days to see people on Facebook and you see a youth that will write works at Shell, works in RG. Have you seen? Everybody is self-employed. All Nigerian youth now is gradually becoming comedians and musicians, because that's where the money is now. No company is working anymore, things are going bad, and you want to go back with paper. So I studied in abroad. That's what they will be asking you, why not UK? And you'll be wondering, things are abroad. So you want to be careful. What am I trying to say? We want to be careful. We don't want to take hasty decisions. That is why you don't follow anybody. You want to do you. And in order to do, you need to think. Think. If you don't think, you will stink. Think. Spend time on yourself. So if you